I've been trying to figure out what the right question was to be asking about what I was seeing going on with AI and its implementation. We saw Congress trying to slip in legislation to block the states from regulating AI for 10 years. And then Trump pushes through his own executive order concerning Project Genesis and trying to also usurp the states' rights to regulate the use of AI. And, you know, Project Genesis is a monster, to be sure, but they're implementing AI everywhere. That's why I've called this the AI Blitz. And it took me a while to figure out what was going on and what their strategy was. And it wasn't just proliferation. It was the speed of it. The speed is the strategy. This isn't about innovation, and it's not about efficiency. It's not about helping us. They're moving this fast because they're racing against three things at once. First, they're racing against public awareness. They need AI embedded in the government before the people realize it's in there. Because once the public understands that private AI systems are being woven into the core functions of government, justice, healthcare, energy, benefits, the backlash becomes immediate, political, and organized. So the goal is simple. Get it quietly, get it normalized, and get it framed as just how the system works now. By the time the people feel the consequences, it's already in the infrastructure. The second thing that they're racing against is democratic oversight. They know that Congress is slow, especially with Grinder Mike Johnson and Moscow Mitch at the helm, but it still has power. They know that the courts still matter, and they know that independent offices still exist. And they know that elections will change the terrain. Midterms are coming. Public pressure is building. Once we have representatives that actually listen to the voters, guardrails become possible. So the strategy isn't to win the debate. It's to finish implementation before the debate can even happen. Because once systems are live, oversight turns into cleanup instead of prevention. And the third, most important thing is that they're racing to create dependency. They don't need AI to be perfect. They just need our government to be dependent on it. Once AI becomes a core layer of operations for benefits processing, court systems, energy planning, defense logistics, you can't just remove it. At that point, it's not reform. It's collapse. And they know that. That's the trap. Once dependency is locked in, every conversation changes from should we be doing this to, well, we can't turn it off now. That's why the system doesn't have to be good. It just has to be everywhere. If one department slows it down, another one pushes it through. If one pathway gets blocked, 5 others stay open. Defense, energy, healthcare, education, benefits, the courts, not because each one is ready, but because together they make removal impossible. That's the Blitz. And once dependency exists, accountability disappears. When things go wrong, and they will go wrong, nobody owns the outcome. Politicians say that they didn't design the system. Agencies say that they relied on the tools. Companies say that they just built what they were told to build. The harm gets labeled as a system issue. That's how power moves without fingerprints. This is not about being anti-technology. It's about recognizing the playbook. Embed first. Normalize fast. Outrun the public. Bypass oversight. Create dependency. Because once the system depends on it, democracy doesn't get a real vote anymore. They're not rushing AI because it's ready. They're rushing it because once untested systems become indispensable, it no longer needs permission. It only needs maintenance. And who do you think is going to be getting the contracts for that? I'm going to end that in my next video. Y'all look out for yourselves. Look out for a neighbor. Look out for a stranger. Y'all keep doing good.